Okay, we're going to do in this tutorial is just create a collage effect using this model's face. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to utilize clipping masks to help us with this. We're going to draw some shapes, we're going to paste the image in, and we're going to manipulate it. Okay, it's pretty much all we're going to do. So first thing you want to do is click right here. This will create a new layer. And what I want you to do is just go ahead and use your Polygon Lasso Tool to create a shape. We could sort of make it, they don't have to be perfectly straight. This is kind of big. Okay. Okay, so double click there and that will create that selection. What I'm going to do now is I'm just actually going to fill it with a color just so we save it. This doesn't matter what color you put in here. Hit Control D to turn that off. Make a new layer, and I'm going to make another shape using the same technique. Okay, double click. Whoop. Control Z to get that back. Again, we're just going to go ahead and drop a color in here using our paint bucket tool. Don't worry if we're covering our face. That's what we're supposed to do. It'll come back. Okay, do it again. Whoops. I'm actually going to make a new layer. I hit Control Alt Z there. Make sure you make a new layer, then put a color in it. In other words, you want each one of these to have a different shape. Okay. Let's go ahead and make Let's do that again, and we'll do one last shape. This isn't the only way to do this. There's probably 100 different ways to kind of get this effect we're going for. Again, I'm just double clicking, and I'm going to make one more layer. I'm actually going to drag it all the way. I'm just dragging it until I get to here, and I'm going to actually, whoops, I'm going to draw one more shape in here. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do, now we did all this. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to double click the background and click OK to get rid of it, to get rid of the lock. And we're going to hit Alt, and I'm just going to drag the picture here. Okay. I'm going to drag this picture up here. I'm going to hit Alt again. I'm just holding down Alt. Okay. So what we've done, in essence, is hold Alt, is we've put a picture above each one of these layers. Okay, you don't see the layers anymore. Hit Alt on your keyboard and click here. Then click, then click. You want to make sure you go right in between these two. Just in between them. And there you go. Isn't that neat? You can take the layers if you want and move them around. Whatever you want to do here. Okay, just like that. You can even add a little bit of an effect to them. Let's say you want to put a drop shadow on or something. Well, we'd have to go back and do this on each one of these. But all we could do is you could go to drop shadow, and you'll notice that you could add a drop shadow on these. And then if you could just hold Alt and just drag the effects to each one of these layers. So hit Alt. Just holding down Alt while I do this. Again, I'm using a really old version of Photoshop here. Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry. Let's undo that. I'm hitting Control Alt Z. It's not Alt. That duplicates the layer. I think it's Control. Oh, you have to hit Alt on the effect. Let me explain what I mean. Hit Alt, go to the effect. You'll know you did it right when you see the FX. Okay? There we go. On the effect, not on the picture. So now these all have cool little drop shadows. Move those around. All right. I'm going to right click. I'm going to click this marquee tool. I'm going to right click and go to free transform, right click, and I'm going to go to, I'm going to make sure when I do this I'm on the shape, not on the picture. Okay. Right click, free transform, right click, warp, and you can warp this. Round these out if you want, whatever you want to do here. Just kind of giving you an idea of some things you could do. You grab these handles and move them around. However you want to do this. Okay, maybe you want to round it out here. Okay, hit enter when you're done. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer all the way at the bottom. Let's make a layer and just drag that to the bottom. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and hold this down and go to our gradient tool. And we're going to go ahead and select, I don't know, select that gradient, should be fine. Just drag. So, I have to get it right. That looks cool. And there you go. That concludes that tutorial. Again, there's probably other things you could do here if you want. Like, for example, you could, go to you could double click your effect. You can even make stuff like inner shadows. That'll make it a little more dramatic. It'll look more obvious if you do it. Where is it? Okay, if we go here, double click the effect, and look at this area right here. I'll zoom in so you can see. This is your navigator right here. It's not letting me. See that? You could go to inner shadow and it looks kind of nice. Again, that's all kind of up to you. And then we could take our crop tool. Well, the last thing we'll do here is we can select this one, hold shift, select this. You might want to save this before you do it, just so you have a layer that it's not flattened. So you could right click here. Let's try that again. Go to layers. Can we merge these? For some reason it's not. Oh, there we go. Merge layers. Okay, so now they're all one layer, which is pretty neat. You could crop this out or whatever you want to do here. You can even merge these. Again, you'd want to save this before you do all this. Okay, and then I could take my crop tool. Let's see what a little crop would look like right about there. Let's move it a little. There you go. That concludes this tutorial. We went over clipping masks, how to add some simple layer effects, how to duplicate the effects, and that's about it. I'm going to do one more thing though, Control T. Just going to make this. When I crop this, it's okay actually. Okay, right there. I'm done now. Hope you learned a lot and enjoyed the tutorial.